Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Crazy Talks with Wise People. This afternoon, I should speak in a little Spanish, okay? Because we have a guest here and he lives in Spain. He's Italian, but he lives in Spain. So I should say, Buenas tardes, bienvenido, abogado Giovanni Marotta. Estoy feliz por tener un invitado de España. What I said was, good afternoon. I'm so a warm welcome. I'm so happy to have invited someone from Spain, and his name is Giovanni Marotta. Abogado means lawyer. He's a lawyer, and he will tell us about a very crucial topic during these days. The title of this podcast is that um, when does your like becomes a crime? When does your like becomes a crime? So let me first give you a little bit of a background about our guest for today. He is vice president of Global Justice Intelligence Eyes Incorporated. He's an international human rights advocate, and he's a global legal strategist and ethical leadership in law. He lives in Madrid, and he is very much active in advocating laws against children and women abuses. So it is our honor to have him with us. Attorney Giovanni Marotta, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Mary. Thank you for your introduction. Also, I say hello, good evening, good day, good night to all your viewers, probably in every corner of the world right now where they are seeing us. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the topic that concerns about today.
Yes.
So that is a very one. So yes, about as you said, what you put your likes, it's
Yes, when does it become a crime to
yes,
like,
but yeah,
like a show, like a post, it's something like that?
yes, it's
Uh-huh.
more it's more like it's more what is involved, the vulnerability of children
Of
and
children.
and teenagers,
Mhm.
because what I've during my research over the last past 15 years is that there
Mhm.
has been a lot of increase
Mhm.
of child abuse
Mhm.
through our social media, Instagram,
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Facebook, TikTok, and others.
Yes.
There are a lot of them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's very interesting because each of these platforms, they have like a specialized unit related to protect children online. However, it's very difficult, because they try to all these, child abusers try to um, uh, to hide their real identity. So sometimes
Mm.
they use fake um, IDs, or try to pass like a
Oh yeah,
child.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a problem that we are facing now. And another one, it sums up with the artificial intelligence, because
Uh-huh.
with the AI, you can do with your pictures. You can go when
You
you
can
were like,
change your
yeah, you can
face.
change your
You can,
face and everything, and
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
sometimes the voice.
yeah.
Also with AI, they can fake your voice. They can,
Yes.
yeah,
Mm.
the AI can fake your voice or my voice. So
Mm.
yeah, we are entering now in, in in an era that is going to be, that we lawyers, law enforcement, we need to be
Yes.
creative how to protect of the society, but especially our children.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah. So about what the topic
So when does a like
Yes,
A cart.
of course, yes, yes. There is a this was because there is like a program on Netflix that
Mm,
I saw it that is, it's named Bad Influence.
mm-mm,
So this program has sparked, you know, a vital discourse on on an urgent and under-regulated reality. So
mm-hmm,
that is the systematic commodification, exploitation of children with the growing influencer economy. You know,
mm-mm,
as kid influencers. You know, we have influencers in TikTok, Instagram,
yes,
but now there are like kid influencers. So
kid. So
yeah, kids,
you mean
yeah,
12 and below?
yes,
Oh,
yes, 12 and below, or even though teenagers, because also the teenagers they pull all these children not to follow them. So it becomes, you know, like a central to content monetization. So that means that we need to make legal protections to safeguard
the
them
children.
remain. Yes, of course.
Oh,
So it's not like when you and me were kids back then, you know, it was much easier.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but now they have, you know,
Mm-mm,
right now children today face a coercive content productions, you know, the
yeah,
algorithm pressure. You know, the
yeah.
algorithm, it's this,
Algorithm.
yeah,
Yeah, uh-huh.
yes, and most gravelly online grooming and sexual exploitation that goes
Yeah.
everyone around the globe. So there is an organization that I like how they work because I follow them and they're a very good one. Their name is ECPAT International,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
they
expat.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
ECPAT the last about 1 week or 2 weeks ago, they have warns related to the digital environment. Also ECPAT they have a lot of presence in Asia. They do a lot of work over there. So
Mm-hmm.
they have during their research they have concluded that the digital environment now offers an unprecedented and largely unchecked pathway for child sexual abuse material and exploitation to be, you know, exposed through the web. So legal frameworks often fail due to the fragmentation through the fragment jurisdictions, platform opacity, and the absence of enforceable norms. You know.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Let me cut you from there because
yes,
before we move on to this, let me just let me ask you this question.
yes,
Um, because you see we see a lot, we see a lot like young influencers, especially
yes,
Instagram, TikTok, even Facebook. And when you see them, well, for example, I see, and it's so cute, but we know that it's a sexual, it's sort of sexual exploitation.
yes. That's
When you
correct.
like that photo, it
Yeah, even
means
though
that you are
yeah,
also liable.
yes,
You can
yeah.
be sued as well.
Yes, you
Ah,
can get involved in an investigation. Sometimes
ah,
it's yeah, so there's a kind of responsibility. You can put a lie to a baby, okay, because of a photo of a baby,
mm.
but people need to be, you know, be aware in the eye when there
If
is
there
more
is some sexual connotation
exact
to
yes,
it.
sexual connotation, and
Uh,
yes, that's correct. And also,
for
mhm,
example, what are these? Like, for example, two, like, for example, babies, right? They're so cute. So,
yes,
is there
but
a sexual connotation of
yes, there could
using
be a yes.
one baby girl and one baby boy
Yeah,
staring at each other?
yes,
Is there a
yes,
sexual connotation to that?
yes. There could be a social connotation, and the way they are dressed, you know, for the photo.
Uh-huh.
If they are, you know, like in diapers only, showing their naked body, yeah,
Mm-mm.
there could be considered
For
as sexual.
babies, huh? For
Yes,
babies.
yes, yes, for babies,
So,
you
are
know.
there rules for babies?
Yeah, because it's too subtle, you know,
So
because
we can, you mean like on social media, we cannot like babies who are unclothed.
yeah, it's better because
Ah,
you're yeah because the
okay.
if you like, for example, a baby and clothes, the algorithm will, you know, much probably you will they will the algorithm because it works too
Because of the
fast.
algorithm, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
works too fast. Probably they will try to engage with other with pedophiles,
Pedophiles.
points
Yeah.
in so I don't want to name, but in the social media, so in the social media are pedophiles. They also manipulate because they are very good also
Yes.
in
Yes.
informatics, and they will
Right.
try to in the algorithm, because sometimes okay, photo of there's I don't know, a person who is a normal person, who is part of his or her job, to do photos for families, for babies. So they will put like a bug in their algorithm, or in their in their platform, in this social media.
Mm.
So they will have like frames about babies and some kind of stuff, and they people will do like, and then the algorithm will detect
Mm-hmm.
how many likes, and will do the
Yeah.
follow-up of these
Yeah.
people, of what they like, and probably you can in once, in I don't know, in how in 100 they can pop you up like a pedophile picture, so
Ah.
even though the these social media, even though they have their they have their department, get to control any sexual abuse, child sexual
Yeah.
abuse material.
Materials.
Yes,
Mm.
the online, they will appear, and sometimes they use the DM of these social media to pass the photos. So it's not, the problem is that
Oh.
yeah, they use the DM. So there is a lot. I
DM
mean,
meaning
the me- the
the
message,
messaging.
yes, like
Ah.
yeah. So
Ah.
so mhm. So what it needs, what the what all the world, all the countries around the globe, what they need to do is, it's to harmonize how we are going to deal with this, because
Attorney
there.
Marotta,
Yeah.
excuse me for a while before this
Yes.
tips off. You see, like for example, how can you sue, let's say, a pedophile, let's say in another country, when the source of, let's say, this photo is from another country? I
Yeah.
mean, there's a problem with territorial jurisdiction here.
Yeah, you remember, Utah Call is the name of a legal, for bloggers, scholar is jurisdiction and the internet. It's a
Yes,
book that
yes,
I read.
yes.
So the principle here about jurisdiction is more related to international, to private international law principles, related to jurisdiction, because of
Yeah.
private international law. It says that the legal domicile, where it's the jurisdiction that must know everything related to a case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the legal domicile of the person that produces or were found all these child abuse materials. What how it works. So if you want to indict, to make an indictment against a pedophile, you need to work directly with the Interpol. There is the Interpol. They have an specialized group
Mm-hmm.
that is very savant related to child abuse material,
Mm-hmm.
that works in coordination with Europol, with Eurojust, and the FBI. So there are all these international law enforcement. They have they have like their in their own web pages. You can, if you can put the name or the source where you probably know that there's a pedophile, because you need to understand that they with the use of the VPN, they try to mask
Yes,
they try to
yes.
mask
Oh,
their
yeah.
locations, but at the end, they can do it, because they're in 2013
Mm-hmm.
or four, or it was between 2010 and 2013,
Mm-hmm.
that Terrorist the Homes, the Netherlands, back then they launched a project named Sweetie. Um, Sweetie back then was a Filipino girl
Mm-hmm.
uh, done by artificial intelligence back then.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and what they did with only with a very low cost money, I think it was 100K US dollars that
Mm-hmm.
they received in donation for this project in a warehouse in Rotterdam
Mm-hmm.
with computers. They made this baby face. So this girl like was 9 years old. So through Sweetie, they began, to enter because back then there were to these social media platforms, so they began to get interaction with uh, pedophiles. So what I will send you so you can check it.
From where is the pedophile?
Yes, from where is the pedophile? So they began, they I don't know, in a week, only
Yeah.
in a week they could handle the information of about, I don't know, it was over thousands of pedophiles all around the globe. So I remember what they said at the end. So if an NGO with its budget only pulling the effort, and they gave all this information to the law enforcement agencies around the globe. We can do that with more money, with more resources, and coordinate and doing very good coordination between international law enforcement. We can catch more pedophiles. So that's what happened, because in the coming years,
Mm-hmm.
there has been a lot of cooperation between
Mm-hmm.
international agencies from Asia, from Australia, from the US, from everywhere, to try to tackle down the pedophiles all around the globe. But the important thing about this is, as I would have recommended, is that the law need to be harmonized all around the globe. So, for example, if in Spain here for child abuse, I'm speculating, it's 30 years in prison, it should be the same in each country,
Yes. Yes.
or for example, I don't know, if one day we return to the death penalty pedophiles should be all around the world, because the pedophile will try to go to another jurisdiction,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because with extradition,
Yes.
if, for example, if in a country is no death penalty, I'm giving no,
Correct. Yes.
and
Mm.
where he's going, from where
Mm.
he's going to be extradited,
Mm.
and in this country is the death penalty according to international treaties.
Mm.
The final ruling about what is called the sentence
Mm.
should be the same. So, for example, I want to extradite from country A, that
Mm.
doesn't, it only is it's life imprisonment, but here is
Yeah.
death penalty. So when this country will extradite this pedophile, they
Yeah.
could not apply to this pedophile
Yes.
the death penalty. Only they will apply
Mm.
the life imprisonment,
Right. Right.
because there is a principle in criminal law that is in Latin. It is in dubio pro reo. It's
Mm-hmm.
the law that benefits the guilty. So that's a standard. But if we want to generate the real incentive to stop the demand for child sexual abuse material, we need to do a harmonization
Mm-hmm.
about the law all around the globe. Each country, because there are a few countries that they don't have ratified the Protocol of Palermo of 2001. We need to pressure all these countries that they don't have ratified this protocol.
Mm-hmm.
So we can, to have like an, I don't know, an international standard that each country complies. They have the same work of going to court
Yeah.
and how they do the investigation. well, in the investigation law enforcement, they are
Mm,
doing the same thing. It's much easier.
right, right.
But what is related to the felony, to the, to
Mm,
the
mm,
felony, each
yeah,
country differs,
yeah,
how many years you're going to spend in jails,
right.
or if you're going to receive after you went into jail, after the pedophile spent time
Mm,
in jail, if
mm,
he or she is going to receive
mm,
a psychology,
mm,
treatment, or
yeah, yeah,
so that's the thing that needs to be, each country. I mean,
yeah, 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 I
they need to
understand.
work together. The countries, to have the same way how we're going to treat the felon, So that's the reason uh, I explain,
Yeah.
in this post that you saw
Mm-hmm.
in on LinkedIn about the feign Strafrecht. You know that this the enemy criminal law. It's a legal theory that was developed in Germany. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the conceptualized that certain perpetrators
Mm-hmm.
that are hostis humani generis,
Mm-hmm.
that as as existential threats to society. This concept was traditionally applied to pirates or war criminals. So it argues
Yeah.
exceptional legal treatment
Mm-hmm.
of those who undermine the very foundation of public safety and the rule of law.
Mm-hmm.
So in today's concept, so I
Yeah. So
tried,
it says, yeah,
yes,
that law which you said, I cannot even pronounce it. How do you
yes,
pronounce it again?
yes,
Feigned,
feigned
feigned,
Strafrecht.
okay, feigned Strafrecht. It says that
Recht, yes,
developed
feigned,
in Germany, it's a
yes,
legal theory,
yeah,
conceptualizes certain perpetrators,
yeah,
which means hostis humani generis,
yes, hostis
meaning
humani
human
generis.
beings, genders. Does it
No,
mean?
no, hostis humani generis is it means the worst criminals against humanity. Hostis
Ah,
is
okay.
if yeah, hostis is hostile. Hostis it's the mother
Hostile
in
to
Latin for
humanity.
yeah, hostile to humanity.
Ah,
Hmm.
and as an existential threat to the
Yes.
society. Okay, let's go back to these kidfluencers because
Hmm.
they might not know that they are
No,
already
no, no, because
breaching the
sometimes
law.
because no, because the problem is not the kid influencer. The problem is the person who is behind the kid influencer.
Ah,
So
you
they are,
mean these
yes,
kidfluencers are being managed
yes, they
by
are
an
all day,
agency?
yes. So they're
Oh,
no by an agency. It could be, like by an adult, and this
by
adult is
sometimes by their parents.
not sometimes by their parents, and there's some kind of exploitation,
So okay, okay. Now let's talk about this because this
Hmm.
is so important. All right. So because we saw a lot of kidfluencers
Yes.
nowadays, or even teenagers on TikTok, Facebook,
Yes,
YouTube,
we have. And sometimes,
Instagram.
yes, and
Um,
sometimes they have followers, and then sometimes this kids influencer, because of the pressure of of the adult that is behind the process of pedophile,
mhm.
they began to get in contact with their followers.
So yeah,
So
hold on, hold on, hold on. How can we detect? How can we determine? Like, for example, because we're in social media every day,
yes,
so we want to help. How can we determine that these children are being exploited?
we need to follow. The only way I think that we can do that is follow the kid, what is posting
So,
on
like
the
for
Instagram
example, like teenagers
or
showing body
Facebook.
all the time. But
Yes,
there are some
yeah,
teenagers who
yes,
actually would just like to, you look
we need to,
sexy,
yeah,
but
we need
they're
to
not.
find this sexual connotation,
So, what are these
because
sexual connotations? Like showing of cleavage, showing of
the
what?
sexual connotation, yeah, we need to, probably I'm not an expert in psychology, but there, probably we
Like
can.
sexy pose,
Yes, some
like
sexy, yes,
the
yes, yeah,
thumb
yeah,
out like
there,
that, and
yes,
sexy,
yes, yeah, yeah. I think that it's more
Ah,
like that, Probably a psychological expert related to sexual connotation will explain better. But we as human beings, we
uh-huh.
have these no these six things, this is we have these guts. So we need to follow our guts. If you see
Ah,
something on the internet that probably you can say is not is or not a sexual connotation. Follow your guts, and it's probably a sexual connotation. So you can,
Let me,
you can,
okay, let me show you this. May we show this photo that you
okay?
posted on your timeline? I mean, on your LinkedIn profile. And okay, to me, this is very ordinary. I mean, to me,
Yes.
it is like how teenagers really dress up. And what is illegal in here? Well, you're the expert, so what is illegal in here is that the urgent need to protect child influencers. It's time for stronger protection, better regulation, and more
No,
accountability.
this was the one that was posted by Egpat, and it was is the picture of the of this programming on Netflix. That's
This
it.
is
Yes,
it's a picture of a program on
yeah,
Netflix.
it's the program on Netflix that this name the name is Bad Influence.
Bad
That is influence.
influence.
Yes, that's the
Correct.
logo of the program. So that's
What
the
makes this picture bad influence, or what
no,
makes
no, 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 no. This
no?
picture is the it's like if you go to Netflix and you put bad influence, you will find this one.
Uh,
So Egpat decided to use this like branding thing. The urgent need to
uh,
protect child influencers.
Look at this.
Yes.
Is this okay? Like look at her dress. I mean, well, that
Yeah,
kind
but
of clothing is
yeah.
just
So
ordinary
yeah,
among teenagers.
if we do an analysis here, there is no bad thing. There are
Ah,
kids, friends that they are posting, but
mm,
what is important here is that some for stronger protection better, the urgent need to protect child influencers because what I as explained is the child is being exploited.
this okay,
The
okay.
child
Child
influencers are being exploited.
exploitation.
Yes,
Uh,
so through them
mhm.
because they are exploited for trying to show
Yeah,
sexiest pictures, but
sexy
they
photos.
are but they don't are not trying that's a sort of child abuse, sexual
Mm,
exploitation. And if these kids influencers, they are they're behind them, there
mm.
is a mother or a father or any other
Yeah,
adult
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that is a pedophile, that they are using them
Oh,
to have followers and then
mm,
to engage with the followers, and
oh.
then begins the exchange of photos or whatever, or if they're in the same
Through the
country,
DM now, through the
try to contact,
messenger.
yes, try to contact them and everything. So
Ah,
so that not we what this what we need to do is not only protect children, but we need to protect also them because they are under exploitation. Not only
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's also it's not child abuse material. It's not only through it's not only sexual exploitation, but it's a kind of labor exploitation because how many hours or how many
Yeah, true.
for yeah they need to spend doing pictures or doing a reel, so a
Mm.
real time. So that's the main point.
Oh, yeah, I have another question here
Yes, of
because
course.
this happens in the internet, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you obtain evidence? Because the DM, because if you obtain evidence from the DM, which is a private chat room.
No, but there is like the OSINT system that they use there. If you will see through the internet, there is a lot of experts through the link in the internet, through LinkedIn. There are a lot of
No, but
experts
but but because
related related to related to OSINT. OSINT
no,
is a
okay, hold on.
yes.
Because there is you know all over social media, we the users, now I'm talking about we the users,
Yeah,
because even
but
the
but
pedophiles are the users.
yes,
They
yes,
are also
but
users. They're
yeah, but
subject to the secrecy law
no, no,
because
there,
our
yeah,
our our our
yeah,
DMs are actually subject to secrecy law.
yes,
So how can
but
we then gather
there,
gather
yeah,
evidences
yes, that's
from
the
a
reason.
secret
Yeah,
chat room?
because if you're doing a criminal act, there is no secrecy for start. It
Okay.
applies to all the countries around the world.
What if this person is just a suspect?
Well, they will be, as I explained before, each of these platforms, social media, they have like their, cybersecurity department, which they
Mm-hmm.
have to prioritize any criminal activity
Mm-hmm.
from DM selling drugs
Mm-hmm.
up to, child abuse material. So they have no they have to hack in an ethical way. They have to hack the DMs, but there's billions of people, so it's very difficult. So the real
Yeah. So
the real thing
how?
is the real thing is very difficult.
Uh-huh.
So but there are programs, there are
Mm-hmm.
web developers. I remember last year I have a meeting with I don't remember his name right now, that he
Mm-hmm.
has a software that he designed for not, but it was for his project was for companies that have that they have personnel that they probably will be exchanging through the email of the company child
Mm-hmm.
abuse material, things. So
Mm-hmm.
he has like a software that detects that. So the picture
Only
and
that.
everything.
Only
Yes.
for child
So
abuse
so
purposes.
that will go
Ah.
to the IT security, and
Mm-hmm.
the IT security will probably um the IT security will probably, take notice to the law enforcement
All right.
agencies.
So
Yes.
yeah. All right. So
So what I was
that's
explaining
a very
here,
good. That's a very good
yes,
thing, right? But
yes. So
how
what?
come,
So close.
in
Mhm.
spite of this, there are still a lot of
Yeah.
child abuse, sexual
No, no.
abuse,
Even though we have the effort,
mm,
there needs to, as I explained, we need to tackle this like through the offense traffic policy,
mm,
so that will, for example, modify hearing for combating child abuse,
mm,
sexual child abuse material that is
mm,
exposed, child sexual abuse material is exposed online.
mm,
You can modify the fence traffic approach
mm,
with international human rights obligations. So in advance, we can have universal jurisdiction over online child sexual exploitation, for example,
mm,
binding obligations on tech platforms to cooperate with investigations. If they detect, they automatically need to give notice to a law enforcement office
mm,
or agency, also to have extraterritorial enforcement mechanisms for transnational offenses,
mm,
so so the process of extraditions to be much in this kind of cases to be much easier, much more dynamic, not I don't know, not a delay of 3 or 6 months, so I can extradite a suspect from who has committed a pedophile crime in one country to
yeah,
another.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
try to reduce those
Mm,
timings.
mm,
Also, no derogable digital rights for children
uh-huh.
and enshrined in domestic and international law.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So so also what also yesterday I was in a lunch. They were launching a program that is I have it here. I have the name. Um, Yesterday there was the virtual launch of the children and I and the AI design code
mm-hmm,
that it was developed by there's like a code of conduct for
mm-hmm,
each company they will have, so how to protect children
mm-hmm,
through the artificial intelligence. So they launched this it was done by the Five Right Foundation.
mm-hmm,
So it was very interesting how they do the approach, and they have, also they have, like a teenager that
mm-hmm.
she felt secure with this, how the companies
Yeah,
they can improve this code of conduct within
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
they can sign that. So what returning to the how we do the investigation, there is OSINT that stands for Open Source Intelligence. And this is a practice of gathering and analyzing public available information for intelligence purpose.
Mm-hmm,
So, and the what is called the ethical hacker. So, if you want what how this works, every as the way they spy us.
Mm,
Every federal agency, every every intelligence counteragency, they will probably will check in Instagram's accounts
mm,
where is all
mm,
passing of this information about child sexual abuse material. So
mm,
when they found something, what
mm.
they will do, they will ask, depending on the country,
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
the judicial system it works, they will pass this information to the prosecutor office,
Mm-hmm.
and with the prosecutor office and this agency, they will ask a judge, because the judge is the only one that can order you
Yeah,
or order someone that
yeah,
they can go to your private
yeah,
things
yeah,
in a
yeah.
window of 24 or 48 hours,
Mm-hmm,
depending on the
mm-hmm,
country.
mm-hmm.
So with that, they can do a better research, and they can go after this pedophile. But sometimes, so what they do it in advance, but they ask, because they have, like, because they, through the obscene system or the ethical hacker, they will not enter, they will not breach 100% the information what is dealing this person. They will do it in a very, how they have to proceed. So a lawyer, the defense lawyer, will not call void annul that evidence because it doesn't was, allowed by a judge. So that's the way it works. So there
Mm.
is a lot of intelligence, of like trying to through the internet,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
watching everything, but it's
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's not enough. So
All right. So how can
when
you teach us and our viewers to distinguish, like because these photos, these shows, they're
yeah,
all over the place. No.
yes, there
So
the
how
first
can we spot?
what
How can we
what I
spot that?
recommend to do is a
Yeah,
very important thing. You can go to Europol webpage.
Euro.
Europol. I will so
Yeah,
Europol.
so that we can help at least
Yeah,
report.
yeah.
So how
I'm
can we report
I
once we
will copy
see?
you the exact here. It's so the cookies, because they change everything. Uh, okay, here.
Oh
I
wow,
will
this
pass.
is a very important information. Now,
Yeah,
if we like, for example, we see, this kind of like a suspicious post or suspicious post from a child influencer, then we would know where to report this post so that this particular influencer will be will be given a surveillance or something like
yes,
that, just in case, because we want to help, even if these people are these kids are not ours, we still would like to have a better world, and we want our children to be guided accordingly.
yes.
Yes.
So yes, so they here I'm copying you the web page. So I'm gonna send
Oh,
you through,
good, good.
yeah, through the message.
So we will be writing the web page down below for you viewers. If you need, we all need to help each other, because some parents must be very busy. And so we just need to help each other as parents. So let me open the web page. Attorney Giovanni Marotta is so
Yes,
kind. And he really, I like your passion about this one. Do you have kids? They have children.
yes, I
Attorney.
have two kids. Yes.
That's why.
Well,
That's why.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh,
have.
mm,
Yes.
hold on. Wait, I'm not able to open it. Right. I am going to open this one. There you go. I'm now opening it. So,
Mhm.
oh, child sexual exploitation. Um, Europe, okay.
Hmm.
So we can report it here. We can report
Hmm.
incidents here.
Yes, yes, yes. There is like a task force. There's a number over there or online.
Okay. So once we see, like, for example, we see some suspicious influencers,
Yes,
then we can report them in this website.
yes. I said that's for the EU. Also, I will pass you. Um, Also, there you have there is another. Um, I'm um, I'm passing you 10 things. This is very important.
I
In the US.
Attorney, I
Yes.
hope you can just pass it on to my LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah. It's much easier, right? I
Yeah,
went to
much
well,
easier
see.
so that I would be able to copy and paste that,
Yes.
and our viewers may just read, may just read the description below so that they would know how to report, they would know what to do, just in case they come across uh you call that kid fluencers, or even not kids but teenagers who may be,
Hmm.
acting suspiciously, yeah, on the internet. Oh, there are a lot of things to be talked about, especially
Yes.
in this generation, in this, AI generation. Maybe guest you again, because we can
Yes,
still
of
talk
course.
about women's rights. There are still a lot of things that we can talk about, like femicide,
Yes,
femicide
yes.
in
Yeah,
Kenya,
it will be
rape, rampant rape in India. Um, there are.
it will be a pleasure for me. Also, what I'm sharing you right now is the webpage of the FBI.
Mhm.
That they have the reg online.
Oh, FBI. Okay,
Yes,
good, good.
yes,
Direct FBI.
yes.
Okay.
They have like contact the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children Severely Blind. They
Mm-hmm.
have everything. So if you see something that is suspicious, yeah, this is better, uh, that they contact Europol. So there is a num they so they can, and also I will pass you the one from Interpol.
Yeah, please. And sir, attorney,
Yeah,
may we guest you back
of course.
Friday the 9th. Maybe we can talk about femicide in Kenya.
Yeah,
Is it okay? All right.
okay.
February 9 to 3 p.m.
Yes,
I'm
I
going to
will.
send you questions. All right. This is femicide in Kenya, and
Hmm.
how can we pressure? I mean, how can we pressure the national government to implement drastic measures against femicide?
Yes. Yes, that's a very important thing, to stop the feminicide in Africa. So it's a very important issue that we must um, also have sent you through your LinkedIn message, the Interpol.
Thank you so much. You know what?
Just
Seldom can we have a very good guest, a lawyer guest, an international lawyer as a guest here. And your part in this podcast is so important. We appreciate you a lot. We
yes,
already have had taken an hour of your time, or more than an hour actually. But thank you so much for your service to humanity,
yes.
Attorney Giovanni Marotta. Do you have
Mhm.
some parting words to our viewers?
Yes, my parting words to the viewers is to keep an eye open about any, if you have kids, or if you don't have kids, if you see something that is unusual through the social media, you must report it. It's better to report, and if not, it's not nothing, that rather not to report it, that is something, That's what we need to do.
Yes, we need to
Yes.
be each other's keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because there is too much sexual violence online,
Mm,
so we
mm.
need to stop that, and that's the word that also through global justice intelligence side, where we are trying to accomplish, because we're trying to get funding for a project that we are trying to reach related to the kidnapped children from Ukraine during the war. They've been
Oh.
kidnapped by Russia, and then today it was not was today it was yesterday.
Mm,
I saw a post from through LinkedIn.
mm,
It was her name is an advocate from Ukraine. Her
mm,
name is, I have it here. One moment, please. No, it was today. Today I saw it. It was um, um, from Irina Kopanitsia. I don't know how if I'm saying her name well. She reposted a post that she found on
mm.
Facebook that these Ukrainian children are supposed to be sold in Dubai. So
Oh.
I have to put underwords because I don't understand
Mm,
Russian.
mm,
So
mm,
I saw these supposed
mm,
um, uh, supposed news about
mm,
that Russia is selling some kids. Probably could be true. I
mm,
don't know. We need to do
mm,
more research
mm,
about this. That children are, sold for sexual things, in
mm,
Dubai.
mm, mm,
Probably it's true. I don't know, but we in Global Justice Intelligence Eyes,
mm.
we are going to do research related to the children kidnapped by Russian during the
By
war.
Russia. That's
So
also another interesting topic.
yes, we're going to do a research for not only how to help the Ukrainian authorities
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
ICC
wow.
to
Mm,
that's the idea to prosecute in a much better way this type of cases because the kidnap of children is considered is considered a war crime,
it's a
because
war crime.
it's a
Yes,
war
that's
crime
true. Right.
because they
Okay, sir.
brainwash.
We have
Yes,
to. Thank you so much for guesting with us. We're running out of time, so
of course, no
thank
problem.
you so
Thank
much.
you for your
Thank you so
time.
much, and we look forward to guesting you
We-
back for
Yes.
many other legal topics in
Yes,
the
no
world.
problem.
Yes.
I'm here
Thank
to serve.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a nice
Okay,
afternoon.
just stay put, please. All right. So thank you so much for listening. And wow, we really need to be each other's keeper. If you see children, you think of your children. So if you see children in the internet who are not acting properly, try to do some surveillance, or better yet, have them investigated by the addresses down below, FBI, other organizations. Uh, Children's organizations, NGOs. I'll be writing them all down below for you to track down and for us to help each other. Okay, thank you so much for listening. This is Mary Angela Moore Talk once again. Crazy Talks with Wise People. Thank you so much. Bye for now.